everyone, welcome. So let me grab my paperwork here. If you guys are watching this, you're either watching it live, you're getting it through your email because we have an email version, or you are watching it live stream through our Facebook group, Terry Collins Build Generational Wealth, right? So this is an 8-week financial course designed so you should have a syllabus. This is an 8-week financial course designed to help you get into a healthy and strong place financially. We'll learn practical ways to debt-proof your life and life-proof your finances. So what I mean by that, life-proofing your finances, is that regardless of sickness, job loss, our time right now, COVID, right? Things that are happening around us, we want to be in a position where those things don't affect us, like inflation. So we're going to learn how to debt-proof our life and life-proof our finances, okay? So I'm going to start by going to the cats. I just thought this was a cool way to start. I don't know if you guys saw this going around Facebook, but it's 3 cats, and the thing they wanted you to do was find the 4th cat. So I'm going to have to confess, okay, I looked for like 30 minutes for the 4th cat. Yes, I looked for, okay, but here's the thing. After 30 minutes, I still couldn't find the cat, right? So in the particular post that it was in, they had like 1,000 comments. So I started reading the comments. And of course, with that many comments, you know somebody's going to tell you where the cat is, right? So here's the thing. After they told me where the cat was, my mind could see it. Okay, so the reason I'm using that as an example is because we don't learn things about finances in school and home. And so what this course is designed to do is it's designed to expand your mind and help you see things that maybe you didn't learn and see, right? So it's designed to help you renew your mind, even in a way where we want to be able to pass this knowledge on from generation to generation. They say wealth built by the 2nd generation is lost because the knowledge to obtain it and keep it isn't lost. Isn't taught, right? And so this is actually the course that you wish you would have learned in school or you wish you would have learned at home. But I want to touch on that a little bit also. I want to just take a second also and talk about, I want to speak a little bit to young adults and to different generations, okay? Because there also is a generation of parents who had to pull themselves out of maybe a poverty situation. They had to advance themselves financially. And so the thing I want to speak to any young adults who might be watching this course is that you need to give your parents grace. Because what I have seen is there's a generation of parents who have improved their finances, and they worked hard to do that. But they didn't necessarily have the training to teach it in the home, right? But now you can take this course and maybe do it with your children, your grandchildren, your business teams, your church groups. So I'm just asking young adults what your parents did was they built a foundation for you to build on. So give your parents grace and appreciate the things that they did for you prior, right? Then I want to speak to the generation that has the young adults, maybe whose mind sees something differently than what we see, right? So we also want to be open to listening to what God is teaching them, because what we want is we want our children to take it to the next level. Okay? Here's what you're going to expect every week. Every week, we're going to have videos emailed along with PDFs. So what you want to do, if you haven't already, is you need to opt into the email system. So you'll receive an email. In order for us to send that to you, you have to actually give us permission to send it to you. So you'll get an email that will ask you to opt into the email system. If you're in the group, Terry Collins Build Generational Wealth, in the Facebook group, there's a place in there that also shows you where you can opt in. All right. What we recommend when you get that email is we recommend that you create a folder that says Build Generational Wealth course. So every time you get it, you can transfer it into that folder, which means now you can access it over and over again. So we do recommend that you watch the course like once a year, or based on where you are in your finances, quarterly or every 6 months just to get a refresher, but now you have access to the course because you've created a file folder. If you're in the generation that doesn't know how to do that, we're going to create a video that's going to walk you through how to do that, okay? Each week, we're going to go over the weekly worksheets, and so by the end of the 8 weeks, you're going to actually have a workbook. If you have any questions, email askterrycollins@gmail.com. Every week, we're going to go over a scripture verse because this course is founded on biblical principles, right? And so when you apply those biblical principles, you will get a certain result. And so we're going to go over some biblical principles, maybe to expand your mind and gain understanding in that way. Once you start applying certain things, action also will give you understanding, right? We're going to have question of the week. So like one of the sheets is your question for the week. And then we're going to have a weekly challenge, which is the action step that you want to apply, all right? And then, so that's what you can expect every week. So this course isn't a buffet, you guys. It is, if you implement the steps, our goal is to have you do things like stay ahead of inflation, right? To really be in a position where you don't fear what happens outside of what's going on in your home and in your finances, right? And so that's the position that we want you to be in. And so it's not really a buffet. Sometimes people take the course and they pick and choose what they want to do, and then they wonder why they don't get the results, right? So that's why we just want to encourage you to really give careful thought and consideration to all the steps.